Art Photography, and I'm going to be showing you today the basics in how to create a 50s rockabilly hairstyle. So things you're going to need to get started are a teasing comb, some bobby pins, hairspray, and if you have sort of baby flyaway hairs, some pomade or coconut oil will do the same as well. So let's get started. I'm going to create a parting over on this side, and I'm going to go from the arch of my brow up and draw that line straight back using the end of my comb. Okay, so just brush this all over out the way. So we're going to start on the smaller side. I'm going to take a line from my parting about 2/3 of the way back straight down, and this is going to come just behind my ear. Okay, so I've sectioned that off, and then I'm going to brush this section up and back. Now the angle that you're placing the hair at here is really important because it determines where the roll is going to end up. So I want my roll to kind of sit here. If you want yours to be further forward, you can bring the hair further forward. If you want it to be further over this side, you can bring it more over this way. Okay, so we're brushing up at the angle that we want the hair to sit at, and then we're going to do some back combing on the inner side of this, and we're going to insert the brush about 3 inches from the roots and just brush down, pull it out, back in, pull down. So just back combing to give some really good structure to the roll. Now we're going to really gently smooth out the edges, being really careful not to dig this brush into the back comb that you've just done, because we don't want to undo all that hard work that we've just done. So we're now going to place 2 fingers about 3 inches from the roots, and then we're going to wrap the rest of the hair around those fingers. And when we get to the ends, we're going to use our thumb just to clamp that hair down. Then we're going to turn the hair around, just one turn, and pinch with the other hand as you slide your fingers out. So I've got that loop now all pinched together in this hand. I'm going to use the other hand to roll that all the way down to the roots. Okay, so now we're here, you can quickly pop in a bobby pin just to secure it in place, and try and place it at the base of the roll over on this side so that it stops the roll from flopping away. Okay. If you find that you've done this and you can see through your hole, you will need to just fan out the back of the roll down towards the head. So now we've got that first pin in, we can kind of mould it a little bit more, position it where we want it to be, and then get in another pin to secure in place. The more back combing you've done, the fewer pins you're going to need. Okay, so all pins sit at the base of the roll, we're not catching the top, and we will smooth this out once we get to the end. Now I've got a fringe and I'm going to keep that. If you don't have a fringe, this next step you just work the whole thing in. I'm going to place my fringe over on the other side for now, and we'll deal with that at the end. So going from the parting again, 2/3 back, draw that line straight down and it will fall just behind your ear. Separate the hair, and again create that angle. And again, it's up to you where you want to position this. You can have a little play while you're here just by twisting the hair around like that to see where you want it to be, whether you want symmetry or you want them to be further over. I prefer them further over because sometimes they can look a little bit like horns, and I don't want to look like I've got horns. So brushing that hair up, and because I want it further over, I'm bringing it higher up. Back combing again, and a little bit of hairspray just to fix that, and then just gently smoothing to make sure we've got some neat edges so we have a nice smooth roll. Now I want this roll to be slightly bigger than the other one because we're going for a rockabilly look, so the rolls aren't as small as they were in the 40s. So I'm going to use 3 fingers now inside this one, again about 3 inches from the roots, and just wrap the length around, pin that down at the end with your thumb so that the ends don't escape. Curl slightly and pinch that hoop together with your other hand as you slide your fingers out. So I've got that loop there now, and I'm just going to walk that down to the roots, and as I get here I'm going to fan the back down so that we cannot see through that hole. I'm going to take my bobby pins and place one right over at the edge, at the base of the hole. And then just one more just to fix it in place. Like I said, use as many as you need, but the fewer you use, the less likely you are that you're going to see them. Okay, so those are the rolls in place. I'm going to smooth them out now with a little pomade. Like I said, you can use coconut oil, and you only need the smallest amount. It's kind of like a wax. So just warm it up between your fingers and just smooth over. And then you can go in with your comb, smooth those edges. You can use the other end of your comb if you need to, just to poke any flyaways back into the roll. Same on the other side. Okay, I'm just going to set that now with some hairspray. And again, any last minute flyaways, smooth them down while the spray is still damp. Okay, now with this fringe, to make this a little bit more rockabilly, I am going to do some teasing, just a bit of back combing to get some height going. So I'm going to pull the hair away from the direction I want it to go for extra volume, and back comb on the inner side with the hairspray. And then we're going to smooth this really gently, so we're not undoing all of that back combing, just getting the visible edges nice and neat. And then I'm just going to place my comb here while I move the hair over the top, and that just stops it from flattening down. Hold the hair while you brush the end so that you're not pulling the hair down. Just lightly smooth. Okay, bit of hairspray to finish. Okay, and then I'm just going to dress it up with a hair flower. And I think I'll just slide this in on the smaller roll side. So there we have it, the finished look. You can recreate this on anything up to kind of bob length. As long as you've got enough hair to wrap around your fingers, you should be able to create these rolls. With the rest of the hair, you can leave it down, straight or curly, or you can pop it up in a high ponytail, which looks really cute with that 50s rockabilly style. If you're having a go and you're struggling to get it, then do leave me a comment and I will do my best to help guide you through it. I hope you like it. Enjoy the event. I wish I could be there, but unfortunately I'm away in Amsterdam. But I'm sure you're all going to have an amazing time. I've heard lots of really good stuff that's going to be going on.